Hello and good morning. My name is John Dowd, and I'm a health educator for the Middlesex County Office of Health Services. Welcome to our virtual walk with the doc, taking place on this beautiful day in Great Oak Park in East Brunswick, New Jersey. You can participate in the virtual walk by taking 3 steps: watch, walk, and share. First, view the presentation. Second, take a walk at a nearby park. And finally, share the information and experience with others. If you would like to learn more about the Walk with the Doc program, please visit our website by scanning the QR code on the sign. This walk is presented by the Regional Chronic Disease Coalition of Middlesex and Union Counties. And a special thanks to our partners today, East Brunswick Township, the Middlesex County Health and Wellness Council, and Freeman Chiropractic. Dr. Ken Freeman will lead our walk today and discuss natural illness prevention and stress management. And everyone can help prevent the spread of illness by wearing a mask, practicing social distancing, washing our hands, covering our coughs and sneezes, not touching our eyes, nose, or mouth, cleaning frequently touched objects and surfaces, and staying home when you are sick. If you have questions about coronavirus, COVID-19, testing, and contact tracing, you can call our hotline Monday through Friday from 8:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. at 732-745-3100 and press 1. You can also visit middlesexcountynj.gov/COVID-19 to find community information and resources. Now Dr. Freeman will talk about stress prevention and other ways you can stay healthy.
Good body every morning. I'm Dr. Ken Friedman. Hello, everyone. We're here on this beautiful August morning in Great Oak Park, and welcome to our first virtual Walk with a Doc. You can see behind me the beautiful Great Oak for which this park is named. It's over 200 years old, and there's a wonderful arboretum in the park where you can stroll in the park and see all different varieties of trees and commune with nature and exercise your body and get some peace of mind at the same time. On this Walk with a Doc, we're going to be stopping at different stations, and I'm going to be giving you information that I've learned over my 41 years of helping people ease from pain and also lead a healthier, more productive life, and giving you tips and strategies on how you can improve your tolerance to stress and stay healthier. So come on with me, let's take a step to better health, and join me for our first virtual Walk with a Doc. So folks, we've reached our first station, and here we're going to be talking about the 3 types of stress. We know that life can be very stressful. You know, if you ask people what are the 3 types of stress, some of them might say, you know, it's my significant other and my 2 kids. And yeah, that might contribute to some emotional stress. And yes, that's one of the forms of stress, especially with COVID-19 now and social distancing. I prefer not to use the term social distancing. Actually, it's physical distancing. That's the thing that we're doing. We want to be socially connected, but physically distanced from one another for safety purposes. But there are a lot of emotional stresses because we're dealing with a tremendous amount of change. And change is always stressful, even good change. The second form of stress is physical stress. What are some physical stresses? Well, wearing high-heeled shoes or sitting improperly in a chair, having poor posture, carrying a heavy backpack on the back. The birth process is very physically stressful. Obstetrical manipulation, once the head of the baby appears, to twist and pull to allow the shoulders and the rest of the baby to be born. Sleeping in a mattress that doesn't fit you correctly. Falls, accidents, injuries, automobile accidents, sports-related injuries. All of these things can be physically stressful. And then there's chemical stress. Chemical stress can involve everything from pollution, food additives, preservatives, recreational and therapeutic drugs, cleaning solutions that we breathe, detergents, soaps, and so on. We are barraged with a number of chemicals on a daily basis, and these types of stresses that we're subjected to always can have an adverse effect on our health if we don't take proper precautions. Now that we know the 3 key forms of stress, Let's go to station number 2. Walk with me and we'll discuss what determines how well you resist illness and handle those stresses that you're under on a daily basis. What is it that determines how well you resist illness and how well you handle stress? Well, there are 5 areas that I think we should discuss. Number 1, what do you eat? A lot of people, it amazes me how many people actually miss breakfast this morning. What did you have for breakfast this morning? If you missed breakfast, it's the most important meal. It's what your body needs to fuel up for the day. Never miss breakfast. You always want to have a good breakfast. And make sure that you're eating foods that really nourish and sustain you. You know, you could have the best car in the world, a Rolls Royce or a Bentley, and it could be tuned up perfectly. But if you throw water in the gas tank, you know that car is not going to run very well, including your own. So minimize your intake of sugar. Sugar will reduce your body's capacity to be able to resist illness and disease. Watch how much white flour you eat. You know, resist foods that contain a lot of flour and wheat in it. The wheats that are produced today are genetically modified. They're different than the wheats that our grandparents ate. They break down into a carbohydrate that's 10 times sweeter than sugar. So eliminate sugar, wheat, and then also watch your consumption of dairy. Yes, dairy's high in calcium, but you can get calcium from other food sources. For example, almond milk has twice the calcium as cow's milk, and it's half the calories. You can also get it from cruciferous vegetables like broccoli and cauliflower. Spinach is also high in calcium. Number 2, how well you move. Your body needs to move. You know, youth is movement. It's why whenever you see anything that's young, it's always moving well. And that has a lot to do with your health also. So you want to make sure that all your joints can move freely and well. And we'll talk about that a little more later on. Number 3, the quality of your rest. You know, we think, well, I need 6-8 hours, you know, to sleep at night. But how do you wake up in the morning? Do you wake up tired or do you wake up rejuvenated and refreshed? Look at how you're sleeping. You know, the temperature of your room, the quality of your mattress, the type of pillow that you sleep on. All of these factors will contribute to the quality of your rest in addition to how you eat. Remember, you want to eliminate substances like caffeine, for example. If people consume too much caffeine later on in the day, it may impact on their ability to be able to get a good night's sleep and wake up more refreshed in the morning. Number 4, how well you think. Your thoughts determine your reality. You know, the mind and body are connected. So how you think has a direct impact on how well your body handles stress. You tend to get what you focus on. So if you focus on stress and illness, you're going to tend to promote stress and illness. If you focus on nurturing, loving thoughts, then those thoughts are going to nurture you and help sustain better health and wellness. Number 5 is your body functioning without interference. We are energetic beings. In other words, the difference between a dead guy and us is that the dead person has no energy, whereas we do. So we want to make sure that there's no interference to the flow of life energy between the brain and body. The spine, the vertebrae in the spine, have the tendency of going out of alignment, irritating nerves, and when nerves become irritated, it interferes with how muscles and joints work, so it would interfere with your ability to move or be able to move in a balanced and better way and a stronger way. It would also interfere with your organs and glandular ability to be able to function at their best. So that has an impact on how well your body's resistance is, how well you digest your foods, as I said, how well you move. And even rest is determined by the chemistry of your body, and that's impacted by how well your body's functioning. What determines how well you resist illness and how well you handle stress are determined by the things you eat, how well you move, the quality of your rest, how you think, and also how well your body's functioning without interference. Now that we know what influences your body's ability to resist stress and function better, now follow me and we're going to now discuss the natural steps to illness prevention and stress management. Now let's talk about some natural steps to illness prevention and stress management. What are some things that you could do that are going to definitely improve your ability to resist illness and also be able to manage stress a lot better? Number one, we talked about eating better and losing weight. At the previous station, I talked about reducing your intake of sugar, wheat, and dairy. Obviously, you want to eliminate the sugars that are, have a higher glycemic index. You don't want to eliminate, so eat more fruit. Fruit has sugar in it, but that type of sugar is much healthier for you. But consume amounts that are, within proper dietary guidelines. You don't want to eat too much fruit either, because that can be too much sugar as well. You want to eat whole grains instead of wheat, like oats and spelt and amaranth and so on. There's a whole list of natural grains and a variety of different products that are made with them that you can substitute for bread that will be much healthier for you. And you want to be able to eliminate excess weight that your body is carrying. Lose weight. It's one of the single best things that you could do. It'll take stress off your heart. Did you know that every extra pound that your body carries adds an extra mile of blood vessels that your heart has to pump blood through? It adds an extra 4 pounds of stress on your lower back. So if you're carrying a lot of excess weight and you're not experiencing anything yet, wait. It's just a matter of time. Lose weight. And you'll find that when you lose weight, you may be able to reduce some of the medications that are also associated with carrying excess weight, which we'll talk about in a minute. Reduce systemic inflammation. People that are consuming large amounts of wheat, dairy, and sugar also have higher levels of systemic inflammation within the body. And we're realizing now that systemic inflammation is linked to many types of diseases and disorders within the body. Celiac disease, Crohn's disease, different forms of arthritis, even cancer can be linked to higher levels of systemic inflammation. So by reducing wheat, dairy, and sugar, eating healthier, you're going to reduce systemic inflammation. You may be able to eliminate some of the medications that you're taking and also feel a lot better and lose weight at the same time. When possible, make lifestyle changes to eliminate unnecessary medications. Now, for this, you need to sit down with your medical provider and have a frank discussion with them and explain to them what is it that they recommend that you could do within your lifestyle to be able to eliminate some of the medications that you may not necessarily need to take if you adjust your lifestyle. Will losing weight enable you to get rid of some of the pain pills or cholesterol medications or heart medications? Sleeping better, maybe some of the medications that you may take to help you sleep better, or some of the psychotropic drugs that would, have an impact on your state of mind, which could be affected by eating better and getting some exercise and getting better rest and thinking better thoughts and so on. So find areas, coordinating with your medical provider on how to be able to do that safely. Get out and use the local and county parks for exercise and meditation. I really have to compliment Mike Reisner and his terrific team at the East Brunswick Department of Parks and Recreation for the beautiful parks that we have and how beautifully they're maintained. You can see me here at Great Oak Park with this magnificent great oak behind me, and this park gets a lot of use as well as our other parks. And you can go online to the Township of East Brunswick or your local site for those communities outside of East Brunswick to find parks where you could go to exercise and meditate. Have regular dental and chiropractic checkups. See your dentist, because many dental problems can impact negatively on other parts of the body. It's all connected. A chiropractic checkup is extremely important because when the vertebrae in the spine go out of alignment and the nerves get pinched, your body doesn't function as well. So having a chiropractic checkup helps you identify if you have any areas of nerve interference, if you do, exactly where they're located, and then you and your chiropractor can develop a strategy to remove those interferences and help your body function optimally. And that way, you not only feel a lot better and move a lot better, but you'll digest your food better because the energy from your spine controls how you digest your food. You'll sleep a lot better because the chemistry of rest is mediated by the chemistry of the body. You'll think a lot better because the body and mind are connected, and when you have less pain and you feel better, you tend to think better thoughts, and you'll move a lot better because a balanced frame tends to move a lot better and more safely with less chance of injury compared to a frame with energy that's imbalanced. Sleep on a good mattress. Many people ask me, what's the best mattress to sleep on? I don't endorse or recommend a specific brand, But when you go to the mattress store, lie on the mattress so that your hips and shoulders depress into the mattress when you're lying on your side, and the rest of your spine is straight. If the mattress is too firm, your spine will hang like a suspension bridge, okay? If it's too soft, then it will bow up in the other direction. And you want to sleep with a pillow so that the pillow takes up the space between your shoulder and head, so your head and neck are kept in line with the rest of your spine. Sleep on a good mattress, make sure your room is dark, make sure the temperature is right in the room, and don't eat or drink substances that would increase activity within your nervous system, like tea and coffee and chocolate and things that are very excitable to the nervous system through the caffeine and the stimulants that are in them. Choose thoughts that serve you better. You know, folks, we can't always decide what happens to us, but we can determine how we respond to what happens to us. And that's by the way we feel about them. So it's not what happens to you that really hurts you, it's how you feel about what happens to you. So choose the feelings that serve you better. Ask yourself, how does me thinking about this way, or feeling about it that way, benefit me? And if it doesn't, then try to look at it from another perspective in a way that's much better for you. And for those of you that are having difficulty with it, seek out the advice of a professional psychologist or psychiatrist so that you can get the help that you need. You can also go on the county's website, and they have wonderful professionals there that can give you some wonderful assistance. Now that we've reviewed some natural steps to illness prevention and stress management, let's walk to our final station and discuss the ultimate payoff. What's the payoff? What do you get from doing these things that we've discussed this morning? Well, first of all, you get better health. That's number one. You see this big great oak that's been behind me during a lot of this walk? Well, that oak is over 200 years old. And the reason why it got that way was because it had strong roots, a strong foundation, and it was able to handle the stresses that nature brought upon it over the course of 200 years. Strong winds, torrential rains, snowstorms, bugs, infestation, the works. And we want to be able to do the same thing throughout the course of our lifetime. That oak's not done growing yet, and we want to continue growing too, and we also want our family to do that. So you have better health, and that's what makes that happen. You'll have fewer medical interventions and the associated bills. The number one cause of bankruptcy in the United States today is medical care. So the healthier you are, the less medical care you'll require. You'll have stronger immunity to illness, disease, and premature aging. With COVID-19 now and whatever may come about in the future, we want to make sure we have the strongest resistance possible. If you eat right, exercise, think good thoughts, get your rest, and make sure that your body's properly aligned without interference, you're going to have the best chance of being able to resist illness and disease. You'll have greater longevity and resistance to death. And if you're going to live a longer life, you're going to have a better quality of life. You'll be adding years to life and life to years. So for those of you who may have any questions or would like to follow up with me personally, again, I'm Dr. Ken Friedman at Friedman Chiropractic, and for the last 41 years, I've been here serving people in East Brunswick and the surrounding communities. You can feel welcome to call me at 732-254-6011, or come to my website at www.friedmanchiropractic.com, or email me to ken@friedmanchiropractic.com. So folks, I want to thank you for joining me on this first virtual Walk with the Doc. I want to especially thank the Township of East Brunswick, Mayor Brad Cohn, Parks and Rec in East Brunswick, especially Mike Reisner, and the Middlesex County Health Department, with special thanks to Les Jones and John Dowd for inviting me to be able to do this program with them. Take care, everyone. Enjoy walking out in the parks, and be well.